For decades, Bill and Gloria Gaither have been symbols of hope, faith, and love in the Christian music world. Their music has touched millions, and their ministry has brought comfort to people across the globe. But recently, fans were shaken when private health struggles within the Gaither family were finally revealed. Gloria Gaither, who has long stood strong beside her husband Bill, opened up about a health battle she had been quietly fighting for years. It was a moment of vulnerability that surprised many. The news spread quickly across churches, gospel music circles, and social media, leaving fans feeling heartbroken and deeply moved. Many people had always seen the Gaithers as pillars of strength and joy, so hearing about Gloria's condition made it clear that even those who inspire others need support themselves. Gloria's decision to share her story wasn't easy. For a long time, the Gaithers chose to keep her illness private to protect their fans from worry. But Gloria finally felt it was time to be honest. Gloria Gaither shared that she has been dealing with ongoing health problems that include chronic fatigue, intense pain, and other symptoms that made it hard for her to travel or perform regularly. While fans continued to see her on stage or in videos, many had no idea what she was going through behind the scenes. She showed incredible strength by still participating in public events, but trying to act like everything was okay was draining. It took a lot out of her physically and emotionally. Eventually, the pressure became too much to hide. Gloria decided it was time to open her heart and let the public know what she had been enduring. Her honesty was met with love, compassion, and sadness from fans around the world. People were shocked, but they also admired her bravery. They realized how much she had been carrying quietly while continuing to encourage others through her words and music. It reminded everyone that even people of great faith are not immune to life's hardest moments. While the spotlight turned to Gloria's health, many began to think about how this situation was affecting her husband, Bill Gaither. Known for his joyful songs and kind heart, Bill has always been a source of strength to others. But those close to the couple say that this has been one of the hardest times of his life. Watching someone you love suffer, especially when you've spent your life uplifting others, can be heartbreaking. Behind closed doors, Bill has had moments of sadness and helplessness that few people see. He tries to stay strong for Gloria and for the many fans who look up to them, but it hasn't been easy. Friends and family say that Bill's deep love for Gloria shows in everything he does. He's stepped into the role of caregiver with grace, but it has taken an emotional toll. Their love has always been admired, but now, it is being tested in painful and personal ways. And yet, through it all, they remain united, holding on to faith in each other. As the Gaithers became more open about Gloria's illness, they also began to talk about how fame can make personal challenges even harder. Being in the public eye means that every decision, every appearance, and every absence is noticed and questioned. For years, they had managed to keep their private lives private, but as Gloria's health worsened, it became impossible to hide. The couple faced a hard choice: continue keeping everything quiet, or open up and let their fans walk this difficult path with them. They chose honesty, but it hasn't been easy. There's always a balance between sharing enough and protecting their own need for peace and healing. Fame often robs people of the space to grieve quietly or heal in private. Bill and Gloria have tried to handle this season of life with dignity, leaning on their faith and the love of those closest to them. It's a painful reminder that even beloved public figures go through battles that we never fully see. One of the saddest effects of Gloria's health problems has been the cancellation of several Gaither concerts. For many fans, attending a Gaither event is more than just a concert, it's a spiritual experience, a way to connect with faith and community. Some people had been waiting for years to see Bill and Gloria perform live. When the news came that tours were being postponed or canceled, many fans were heartbroken. While most people responded with understanding and prayer, it didn't take away the feeling of loss. These weren't just missed events, they were signs that a meaningful era in Christian music might be coming to an end. Gloria's ability to travel and sing has become limited, and it's unclear whether she'll return to the stage again. The Gaither family has shifted focus to digital projects and writing, but it's not the same. The joyful, in-person worship experiences they once created can't easily be replaced. And for both Gloria and Bill, stepping away from touring has been deeply emotional. Gloria Gaither has always been known for her deep spiritual wisdom, but this season of illness has tested her faith like never before. Friends close to her say she has spent many sleepless nights wrestling with big questions. Why is this happening? Why now? And where is God in the middle of this pain? Her prayers have become more honest and raw. She has even admitted to feeling ignored by God at times, feelings she might never have shared in her early ministry days. Yet despite the sorrow and doubts, Gloria continues to hold on to her belief that God has a plan, even if it's hard to understand. Her faith hasn't disappeared, it's simply been refined by hardship. She has found quiet blessings in simple things, the support of her family, the prayers of fans, and the unexpected kindness of strangers. Her journey is a powerful example of what real faith looks like, not perfect, but enduring. She reminds us that belief doesn't always remove pain, but it can give us strength to keep going. Inside their Indiana home, the Gaithers now live a life very different from the one they once knew. Gone are the days of constant travel, concerts, and studio sessions. Instead, their days are filled with doctor visits, treatment plans, and moments of quiet prayer. Their once busy home is now a place of calm and care. Bill has taken on more responsibilities to help Gloria, and every plan they make is made with caution. Even small things, like gardening or short walks, have become difficult. But within this quiet new reality, there is also deep love. Friends who visit say that their home is still filled with warmth, even though it's no longer filled with music and activity. Gloria's illness has changed everything, but it has not taken away the love that holds them together. This chapter of their life may be filled with sorrow, but it also shows how faith, love, and devotion can carry a couple through even the hardest times. When Gloria's condition was made public, the response from the Christian community was immediate and overwhelming. Churches began organizing prayer chains. Social media was filled with messages of support and encouragement. Fans from all over the world posted stories of how the Gaithers' music had touched their lives. Some people shared personal experiences of attending concerts and feeling spiritually renewed. Others posted videos singing classics like "Because He Lives" or "He Touched Me" as a tribute to the couple. Prominent figures in gospel music and Christian ministry reached out personally to offer love and gratitude. For the Gaithers, all of this support was deeply moving. During a time that could have felt lonely and isolating, they were reminded that they are loved by millions. The messages, prayers, and stories sent to them became a kind of medicine, helping them feel less alone and more understood. In a world that often forgets its heroes too quickly, the Gaithers were embraced by a loving community that continues to stand with them. Despite her health challenges, Gloria Gaither has continued to speak and write messages filled with hope. In a recent letter posted on the Gaither Music website, she wrote about the importance of trusting God, even in the darkest moments. She shared some of her own emotional struggles, but also talked about the hidden blessings that have come from this hard season. She thanked fans for their love and reminded them that God is still present, even when life feels heavy. Her words touched many people who were going through their own hard times. Some wrote back, saying that her message gave them the strength to keep going. Gloria's letter showed that she is still using her voice for ministry, even if she can't sing the way she used to. In choosing to be honest about her pain, she has created a new kind of ministry, one based not on performance, but on personal testimony. Her strength continues to inspire people around the world. As fans reflect on Gloria Gaither's life and legacy, it's clear that her impact will never be forgotten. Along with Bill, she has written songs that are now a permanent part of Christian worship. Their music has been played at weddings, funerals, baptisms, and prayer gatherings. But their legacy goes beyond melodies and lyrics. What the Gaithers have shared with the world is a message of hope, love, and unwavering faith. Even in this difficult season, they are teaching people how to walk through sorrow with grace. Bill's emotional tribute to his wife, calling her the bravest woman he's ever known, moved millions. And Gloria's words of comfort continue to offer peace to others. Though no one knows what the future holds, the Gaithers' journey has already left a mark that will last forever. In their music, their ministry, and their marriage, they have shown what it means to trust God, through every joy and every trial. As the world came to understand the weight Gloria Gaither has been carrying, a quiet movement began among fellow artists and ministry leaders, a tribute concert to honor her life, her work, and her lasting legacy. While the Gaither family hasn't released an official date, those close to the situation say that preparations are already underway. The concert is expected to feature many of the biggest names in gospel and Christian music, artists who were either directly mentored by Bill and Gloria or who credit the Gaithers' music with inspiring their own faith journeys. Songs like Because He Lives, He Touched Me, and Something Beautiful will likely be at the heart of the night, hymns that have carried people through sorrow and joy for generations. What makes this tribute unique is that it's not just about honoring a legendary singer and songwriter. It's about recognizing a woman whose life has been a testimony of faith, grace, and quiet strength. Gloria didn't just write words, she lived them. Whether through lyrics, books, or spoken messages, she consistently pointed people back to God, even in moments when she herself felt weak or afraid. This concert, then, won't just be a celebration, it will be a form of worship, a collective thank you, and perhaps a final goodbye. The emotional weight of this tribute is something Bill is reportedly feeling very deeply. Close friends say that while he's touched by the outpouring of love, the idea of a farewell, especially in such a public way, is difficult to process. For decades, Bill and Gloria have walked side by side, creating not only a musical legacy but also a spiritual one. Letting go of that chapter, even if only partially, is understandably painful. What makes the Gaithers' story so moving is that it's not just a tale of talent or fame. It's a story of two people who built something together, not just songs, but a life. Their music was always personal. It came from real experiences of struggle, joy, and faith. That's why people connected with it so deeply. Songs like The Longer I Serve Him and I Believe in a Hill Called Mount Calvary weren't just hits, they were reflections of lived faith. Now, as Gloria faces her most difficult season, the same fans who were once comforted by her music are now comforting her. It's a full-circle moment, a reminder that ministry is not a one-way street. Bill and Gloria gave their hearts to the world, and now the world is giving back. Through letters, online comments, tribute videos, and prayers, people are standing with them, just as the Gaithers once stood with others through their own trials. This journey also reminds us that faith doesn't mean everything will be easy. It means we have hope, even when life is hard. Bill and Gloria Gaither are teaching this lesson every day through how they are facing pain, with honesty, grace, and a continued trust in God. Their courage is proof that even when we don't have all the answers, we can still choose to believe. Insiders close to the Gaither family have hinted that Gloria is working on one final public message, a letter or possibly a recorded video, to her fans. While nothing official has been shared, those who have seen early drafts say it's deeply emotional. It includes stories from her early ministry, personal reflections on aging and suffering, and, most importantly, words of encouragement for those going through their own storms. Gloria's goal isn't to make people feel sorry for her. Instead, she wants to remind them that God is still near, even when life doesn't go as planned. She reportedly writes about learning to see God in the small moments, the touch of a nurse's hand during a hospital visit, the quiet prayers of friends, the scent of flowers in her backyard. She speaks of gratitude, not just for healing, but for the journey itself. In her words, she hopes to leave a lasting message of hope, one that will live long after she is no longer able to write or speak. For Bill, Gloria's strength continues to be his anchor. His emotional tribute in a recent video left many in tears, especially when he said, "She is the rock of our family's faith." His words remind us all that even the strongest people need support, and even the most faithful leaders face moments of grief. But through it all, love endures. As the days move forward, one thing remains certain: the legacy of Bill and Gloria Gaither will never fade. Though Gloria's health may limit her ability to appear on stage, her influence continues to grow through the lives she's touched. Every church that sings their hymns, every family that finds hope in their lyrics, and every believer who leans on their words during tough times is part of that legacy. The Gaithers didn't just create music, they helped create moments of healing, unity, and spiritual renewal across generations. In a world that often forgets its spiritual heroes too soon, the enduring love and faith of Bill and Gloria stand out. Their story is a reminder that real ministry doesn't come from perfection, but from sincerity, honesty, and a willingness to serve, even when it's hard. As Gloria continues her personal battle and Bill walks beside her, they remain a shining example of what it means to love deeply, serve faithfully, and trust God completely. No matter what the future holds, the Gaithers have already built something eternal, a foundation of faith and music that will inspire hearts long after the final note has been sung.